What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Today, we're going to talk about my WNBA 2025 updates. But before we do that, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Comment, tell anyone about the show. Trying to get the ratings up a little bit, just a little bit. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about there it goes, WNBA 2025 updates. So, with that being said, right, we got a couple of, let's go ahead and talk about the standings, shall we? Let's go ahead and talk about the standings. So, we have here the Minnesota Lynx at number 1, the Phoenix Mercury at number 2, the New York Liberty at number 3, the Atlanta Dream at number 4, the Seattle Storm at number 5, Golden State Valkyries number 6, Indiana Fever, Commissioner Cup champs, number 7, Las Vegas Aces number 8, Washington Mystics number 9, Los Angeles Sparks, number 10. Dallas Wings, number 11. Chicago Sky, number 12. And the Connecticut Sun, number 13. Ugh. All right. Well, we do have a couple of teams that I did want to talk about. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and go in order from how I sounded excitement-wise, right? So let's go ahead and talk about the Golden State Valkyries. Because like I said, ladies and gentlemen, they are number 6. They're number 6. That's ridiculous. Shout out Kayla Thornton, Tiffany Hayes, Veronica Burke. Like, y'all have been doing y'all been playing y'all ashes off. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Playoff contention. Is it wrong for them to not aim for a top 3 pick? Like, I could see this team needing rim protection, need elite level rebounding. Lauren Betts could fit that mold. But currently constructed, Lauren Betts is supposed to go number 1. Well, Golden State Valkyrie, they're not gonna be fighting for the number 1 pick at this rate. They trying to win it all at this rate. That's what I'm saying. So I'm curious if the Golden State Valkyries are doing a disservice to themselves. Cause Kayla Thornton, she hooping her tail off though. All-star caliber selected. Tiffany Hayes, he was playing well too. Like, the team has good chemistry. They got a chip on their shoulder. So of course they're gonna play well. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I do wonder if they're doing a disservice to themselves. But let's see what happens because we got a lot more basketball to talk about. We got a lot more basketball to watch. But a team that I do have some questions about, the New York Liberty. All right, hear me out. Because, you know what I'm saying, these girls have been hooping, and I've talked about them quite extensively, okay? My thing is this. They've lost out of 9 games, 6. Like recently, they lost 9. Like you only win 3 games. Keep in mind they were undefeated for quite some time, so I expect them to lose. But damn, going 3 for 6. 3 out of 9. That's tough. Also, you lose Phoebish. She not returning. That's a major issue. She playing the Euro basketball. It's a major issue right there for me. Then you already had Hamilton not playing on the squad. That's why you got Natasha Cloud, which the Liberty were on cloud 9 prior to these changeups. Jonquel Jones, ankle injury. Well, now we got to question, is the bench deep enough? Also, look, I love Stewie. You know what I'm saying? She's doing all right. Sabrina, I would like to see a little bit better efficiency out of you. I'm just saying, from the 3-point percentage, it was down from 37 to 32. We could uptick that a little bit if I'm talking about getting my worries for this Liberty squad down. Because again, Brianna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, they're arguably one of the best duos in the WNBA. I'm sorry, they're arguably the best duo in the WNBA. They're missing Jonquel Jones. They losing a little bit of depth. I'm not jumping ship yet. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, I got a little bit of worries, okay? That's all. But they still out there as a contender for me. So, I ain't going to say but so much. Now, another team that we got to talk about, though, because this one we do have to talk about. The Las Vegas Aces. Look, ladies and gentlemen, all right. 8th seed. She's looking a little grim. Now, keep in mind, they did trade for NaLyssa Smith, so you do start to add some depth, right? Like, they didn't have Cheyenne Parker. She out. Get it. Cool. I'm curious what NaLyssa's impact is going to be overall. I do think adding someone like her, that's the number 2 pick, I'd say about a double-double player, right? And if she gave the effort that I think she has, defensive showcase or defensive stopper right there. I'm telling you right now. But maybe she pairs with the aces, plays with Asia, something rubs off. We'll find out. But is there a fit with Asia? Again, I do think so. She can play the 5 or the 4. Asia's versatile enough to play the 4 or the 5. So you can do a nice little pairing. My problem with this, though, is this. My problem with the NaLyssa signing is this. You got to bring her off the bench, I think, first season. Because I'm pushing for Jewel Lloyd to come off the bench, too. And if we can get a duo combo with Jewel Lloyd and NaLyssa Smith, I do think that helps out for NaLyssa Smith because it gets her paired with a former star at least, like somebody with some cachet. Meanwhile, hey Jewel, you get your own squad again. I would appreciate that. I know you're trying to gel well with the aces. I think you need to come off the bench, sweetie. That's just me personally. The efficiency was always not there. And it's just the scoring ain't matching it either. Like we need to see something better. So maybe against the second unit, it'll work out nicely. And her paired with NaLyssa Smith, again, a rebound and play, a young double force. I project. That's what I see out of NaLyssa Smith. I think Jewel Lloyd could use that, and the aces, But I mean, they need something though, because again, ladies and gentlemen, they're like 8th right now. That's kind of crazy. Still contenders for me. Still contenders. But I got to say, though, they got to turn it around real quick. Now, another team that people were saying they need to turn it around real quick is the Indiana Fever. All right. Now, the Indiana Fever, ladies and gentlemen, they did win Commissioner Cup. Like, they did win the Commissioner Cup without Caitlin Clark. So let's not act like the team is trash. Let's not act like the team isn't good. The team can still be viewed as a contender. They just got to prove it still. That's what I've been saying. But they did take a jump in winning the Commissioner Cup. Here's the thing, though. What happens? I want to hear the narratives. If the Fever lose early in the playoffs with Caitlin Clark, but they won the Commissioner Cup without her. Shout out Tosh for winning the Finals MVP. Aliyah Boston was doing her thing. Kelsey Mitchell was looking like the stud that she is. Like, bro, this team looked solid. So I am curious what the narratives are going to be if Caitlin Clark comes back and they don't look as good. The cohesion don't seem the same. That's something we got to note. Also, I think we got to start talking about Aliyah Boston being the best player on the Indiana Fever. And keep in mind, you could put her in a Draymond Green role to pair with Caitlin Clark. And I think that could work out swimmingly. And again, if I'm saying she's the most dominant player on her team, she's the best player on her team. We got a double-double. She's also getting you with the assists as well, too, not turning the ball over too much. Defense could get a little uptick for me in terms of dominance, but like she has the capability. And that 6'4", 6'5" with the mobility and size that she is, that's going to be very helpful for the Fever. So again, I think Aliyah Boston might be the best player on the Indiana Fever, ladies and gentlemen. I hear y'all. Caitlin Clark's the best one. I hear you. Don't overlook Aliyah Boston at all. Honestly, Kelsey Mitchell too. Hell, because she's a perennial all-star. Now, again, I've mentioned they have a good team. Them losing DeWanna Bonner it is going to be interesting to note too, because they won the Commissioner Cup without DeWanna Bonner, and it was seeming that there was some friction between DeWanna and the squad. So DeWanna, you got some eyes on you, sweetie. I ain't gonna hold you. You got some eyes on you. And matter of fact, speaking of DeWanna, actually, let's just go ahead and talk about this squad right here. The Phoenix Mercury, okay? The Phoenix Mercury, ladies and gentlemen. They got DeWanna Bonner, you know what I'm saying? Recently signed. That was the expectation. This was my prediction / wish for last year. Like, I wanted DeWanna Bonner and Alyssa Thomas to both join the squad. And they did. I wouldn't have been mad if they had parted ways, which they did. But I'm happy that they're able to join the same squad. Again, imagine the lineup of Satu Sabali, Kalia Copper, Alyssa Thomas, DeWanna Bonner, and pick anybody else. That's ridiculous on paper. And if they hitting, that's ridiculous in reality. Because now Alyssa Thomas can space out the floor, but you still have lanky defenders for your squad. You have 3-and-D players surrounding Alyssa Thomas. Oh my gosh, like this is about to be marvelous. And don't let, ladies and gentlemen, don't let the Mercury go up against the Fever. Because we've already seen one, DeWanna Bonner was just on the Fever. So now she's going up against the Fever again. Because remember, she put the clamps on Caitlin Clark and them last year. So you get a motivated DeWanna Bonner and a really good Mercury team against this highly touted Fever squad. Ooh, I think that could be a wonderful matchup. Fine, like playoffs. Talk to me. We'll see what happens. And we're also putting a little bit of pressure on the Commissioner Cup history, right? Because the last 2 seasons, at least the Commissioner Cup participants go to the finals. I'm just saying, somebody do. But I would love to see, this Phoenix squad. Because that's gonna be lovely. That's gonna be lovely. Now, I have to talk about my girls. I'm sorry. Y'all see my Sparks. Y'all see I'm a Sparks fan, you know what I mean? All right. So for starters, we had Candace Parker, her jersey retirement. Shout out to Candace, one of my favorite players. Actually, no, it's my favorite player of all time that I watched. Until she swerved me, like when I watched her live. I ain't gonna hold you. I tried calling out to her. She didn't say nothing. And she was on the sideline too. It's not like she was playing, ladies and gentlemen. So she swerved me a little bit. Hurt. Nah. Well, no, she did swerve me, but I'm just joking around. But no, I love Candace Parker, and I'm loving the fact that we played the Chicago Sky because of those are the 2 teams that, well, you count the Aces. Those are 2 teams that she played against, or that she played on, and she was the driving force in winning a championship. Okay. So I love the fact that we were able to retire her jersey. Yes. Hated the fact we lost, but it is what it is. Here's my issue with the Sparks. Here's the issue with my Sparks. We are below the wing. Well, we were below the wings when I had first taken a look at our standards. We above the wings now, but like it's barely. And there's no disrespect to the wings. There's no disrespect to the wings. They can hoop a little bit. Here's my problem. We traded the 2nd pick for Kelsey Plum, right? So at no point in time should we be right next to the number 1 pick from this season. I'm just saying. And there should be no reason why Kelsey Plum is not outplaying the number 1 pick from this season. And keep in mind, I wanted Paige on my squad, so I'm pissed that we couldn't get her. But it is what it is, though. But also, we have 3 all-star caliber players, ladies and gentlemen. We got Kelsey Plum, De'Erica Hamby, and Azurá Stevens on the squad. Rakia Jackson, too, with time. And if you want to talk about Cameron Brink, well, we still got to see what she pan out to be, right? Especially post-injury. But we have 3 caliber all-star players on the squad, ladies and gentlemen. And you mean tell me we really could not get... Like, we really couldn't get higher than where we are, bro. It's tough. And I'm irritated so much because there is some pressure on our Sparks squad to make the playoffs. Not win the final, not win the championship. We can make a playoff run, though. Like, we can make it at minimum to the first round. Like, just make the playoffs. But right now, it ain't looking that way. We looking a little lackluster, but we got the talent to be better than that. At least better than average. Above average is all I'm asking for year 1. If we can't do that, I don't know what I don't know. Oh my God. And again, I got to call a spade, but Kelsey, you requested a trade. You got to come out and perform. And you got to outclass the youngins. I'm sorry, you do. And right now, you're not. Just call a spade. And if you're a Sparks fan, you really should understand that, hey, dog, I'm feeling the way I'm feeling because I anticipated having Paige on my squad. And now we got this. Now we're looking to be potentially at the bottom of the barrel. We were a number 2 seed from the bottom. Like, we were the 12th ranked team in the WNBA. That's trash. And we have that much talent. Pissed off. So pissed off. So again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if y'all following me, if y'all following me, this is where I'm upset about the WNBA. Now, again, you see my Sparks. We tied with the Wings. We could be below the sky. We really could. And when you think about where we were, we shouldn't be there. But a lot of other teams are doing pretty well, though. And keep in mind, too, seedings aren't the most, aren't the worst thing. Again, the Indiana Fever, they won the Commissioner Cup as the 7th seed. The Golden State Valkyries just joined the WNBA, they the 6th seed. The Aces are the 8th seed, but can still win a championship. Like, that's what we're talking about. So I'm not going to try to put too much pressure on this. But, yeah, it's looking a little, I'm a little perturbed. I ain't going to hold y'all. But, I mean, I'm curious what y'all think about the WNBA season so far. Did I miss anything yet? And if so, sit tight, because I actually might be talking about some other stuff on another day very, very soon. So if y'all not peeping, I did just conclude the show, though. So I definitely thank y'all for listening. But I am curious, though, what y'all thought about the episode. Please make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But definitely make sure that you're watching WNBA, because it's a hoot and a half. It's a lot of entertainment. And these girls be getting a bucket. But ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude the end of the episode. Like I said, my name is Trey Wilder. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Comment, tell anyone about the show. Hope you all are having a good one. Take care.